Welcome to Riverbend Talent on WBGZ, brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
I'm Dennis.
I'm Big Ben, and we're back.
We are, and this is Riverbend Talent on 94.3 FM, brought to you by, as Lydia mentioned, the Halpin Music Company, and by Mr. Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you so much to Halpin and to Matt.
Coming up on tonight's show, we have guests on the way.
Yeah, we have Rogers and Nienhaus, Terry Jones Rogers and Scott Nienhaus, which they've been on the show with us several times, and they're in so many bands together. They're always doing something. Last time it was the Younger Than Yesterday celebration of the Birds. This time it's the Real Macaws.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about that. You know who else is in the Real Macaws that's not going to be here? But we should have had, and I didn't think about it till you brought it up when we got here. Steve Scorfina.
Well, we asked him to call in. Maybe he'll get your text.
Maybe he'll get my text and call in. But yeah, should have invited him over. I dropped the ball on that one. Sorry, Steve.
Well, I was just not going to say anything, and then if he did call in, we could surprise Terry and Scott the way they did us last time. Remember last time, right?
Yeah. They had a band meeting in the middle of our show. That's what I remember.
Maybe they'll surprise us with Soup Granda calling in. I'm just saying, those guys, they pull that kind of stuff.
And speaking of Soup, Ozark Mountain Daredevils in about a month from now. So I think at the end of December they're going to be in. So
you're going to set up a Skype with him?
We're going to see what we can do.
All right. Well, hey, I need to mention that that Riverbend Paranormal raffle, that deadline's coming up.
Yeah.
And the proceeds for this going to the veterans family. So they're going to have 8 winners. Top spot wins 2 spots for the investigation, plus an invitation to a private Riverbend Paranormal investigation.
Right.
And then second place wins 2 spots for the investigation. And then third to 8 wins a spot for themselves.
Nice.
So they're giving away 8 of them.
Nice.
Right? And they're going to do the Hamilton Primary School in Otterville, Illinois, on November 23rd.
Wow.
But the drawings on the, let's see, it was the 14th. That's tonight. They're doing the drawing.
They're doing the drawing tonight. Look at that. There you go.
And it's going to be live, so you can check out their Facebook page, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, by the way, those 2 famous people, I remember the one guy's name, but I do remember Rochelle Stratton right now. Actually, I do remember Brian Murray, but we made a joke about not remembering it when we had him on. Yeah, from Ghost Hunters. You're gonna get autographed pictures too as well, and all the proceeds go to a veterans family.
There you go. So a good cause there. Good cause going on. We got Mr. Scott Nienhaus walking in. How you doing, man? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You must have been heavy on the gas pedal.
Well, I was.
Yeah.
He called me a few minutes ago. Said he got caught in a little traffic.
Oh, I see.
So he will be here shortly. And good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you too.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Yeah, glad to be back. It's deja vu all over again, huh?
It is.
What we were just saying, it wasn't that long ago. Younger Than Yesterday show. We just had Yen on, and. You guys got so many bands. There's always something going on.
Yeah, well, it keeps us busy. It's very good.
And a list of stuff coming up in November and December. All direct.
I just broke a microphone trying to move it out of the way.
That's not the first time you've taken out equipment here.
These...
While you're fixing that, I'll let folks know about the Alton Symphony Orchestra's St. Nicholas Scholarship, right? The St. Nicholas Scholarship Program awards a one-time $250 scholarship to qualified students in need of financial assistance for private music lessons.
What a great thing that is.
And applicants will be judged by their need for financial support, academic achievement, community, and extracurricular involvement and leadership. And that deadline is Saturday.
2 days from now. And man, $250 towards private music lessons. Yeah. I want to win that, but someone else deserves it more.
You could probably do that at Halpin Music. So,
man, absolutely.
Of
so
course,
go.
we fail to mention sometimes that thanks to Fast Eddie's Bon Air for having live music 7 days a week and multiple bands at that.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about all the music going on up and down the river and the Riverbend area. Sometimes we do forget them because they're there 7 days a week. It's easy. I mean, everybody knows it. 7 days a week, sometimes 2-3 bands a day. So thanks to them for that.
Right on. So now you want to get into finishing up Thursday night while we're on the path here?
Yeah, we might as well because Thursday night's already in action. So
And
let's
DJ
knock it out.
Denice, Dwayne Williams down at Bossanova. Of course, they're doing the sea shanties down at Morrison's Irish Pub and the open mic down at Raging Cajun.
We got Cree Ryder at George's local pub. Cree Ryder from the Cree Ryder Band.
Yeah.
He played at Framley Fest last year. I thank you, Mr. Cree Ryder. He
Right.
did a great job. He set in with Sean Cannon's Voodoo Players that night.
And that's George's local brew in Jerseyville.
Only place to get a proper dirty martini in Jerseyville.
And a steak.
I don't know.
Open mic at Germania Brew House tonight, and DJ Josh doing the back bar in Edwardsville. Mo Pleasure. 6 p.m. Started at 6 at the Lake House at Buffalo Park in Maryville. That's what I got for Thursday, and there's probably
There you
more
go.
going on, Pigpen. So
And we have another guest joining us now, Mr. Terry Jones Rogers. How you
What's
doing, buddy?
up?
How you doing today?
I did finally make it.
Yeah, a little traffic on the way.
Yeah, hey.
Take it easy. We're in a hurry. Get yourself straight.
All right,
Get ready.
all right.
Here it comes. No, I don't. Welcome back to the show, buddy.
Appreciate
Good
it.
to
Yeah,
see
it's
you,
great
man.
to be here.
How did the Younger Than Yesterday show go for you
That
guys?
was great.
It was.
It really was great. It was a nice crowd, and of course the Lincoln Theater is a great little venue, and so it was great hanging with Michael Curtis. He came up, a few days early, and we all hung out and jammed and got ready for the show, and it was a lot of fun.
Right on. He called in, and you guys had a band meeting. In
That's
our
right. Yeah.
Start talking about what you're
I
going
hear
to
you.
play, what you're
Yeah.
not going to play. That was great, man. A lot of our listeners are up to this show. I believe are musicians. I know, at least a lot of people I know that are musicians listen.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there's some non-musicians that listen that have never got to sit in on a band meeting.
Right.
And
Well,
now, if they listen to that show, they know a little what it feels like.
Yeah.
There wasn't no cussing going on.
No.
A lot of band meetings, look, they can get heated. Well, we need a manager. We don't need no stinking manager. Well, I'm not going porch to porch playing free. No. We need some paying gig. No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're not the Black Crows. We're not.
Oh, man. 30th anniversary for those guys. If
I
they're
know,
Shake
yeah,
Your
it's
Money
pretty hip,
Maker,
though.
good to them.
Yeah,
Good to
finally
them.
coming around. That. I wonder if Chuck Lavelle will probably sit in on one of their shows. He was on that played on that record.
Nice,
Yeah.
yeah, very nice. They did the cover of their big hit there, "Hard to Handle," and that was
Oh, yeah,
when
the
the
old
Dead would
Otis
do
song.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
when
yeah, love
when
that
the
one.
Dead would do that one with Pigpen, I would.
Oh yeah,
I'd feel a little hard to
I
handle.
bet. Yeah. Great song.
So yeah, congratulations to those boys, Chris and
Yeah.
Rich and all the
Yeah,
boys
yeah.
there. So now you guys got you're in so many bands. You got did you do the 4 and 20 show? No, the 4
that's
and 20
coming
show
up.
is coming up.
That's the farthest one out, but that's still pretty close on December 6th.
December 6th is the 4 and 20 show, and that's at the St. Charles
At the-
Family
yes,
Reunion.
that's right. Family Arena.
Family Arena. What did I say? Family Reunion.
So while
It'll
we're
be a
on that,
family reunion.
He
right?
don't
Yeah.
know what he's talking about.
while we're on that subject, though, there's free tickets for that, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Many free tickets.
Yeah, because that holds like what 10,000 people. Or
It
something?
does, and we're actually going to be playing the entire venue this time. Sometimes
They cut it in half sometimes.
Yeah, right. But I guess it depends on what show they're pairing us with, and the show after us is calling for the big production and the big lights and all kinds of groovy stuff,
All right.
So, and
Nice.
playing the 10,000. So come on out, y'all. We
Yeah.
need you.
Yeah, that man, when they don't cut it in half, it takes some bodies to
That's
fill it to
right,
make it
that's
to make it
right.
seem full. So
That's right.
yeah,
How can they get
tickets.
the free tickets? How do they get those?
Well, they can get them at any Rogers and Nienhaus show, of course, and
Okay.
any Mondin Band show. And we're getting them out at a few places like Glad Rags in St. Charles and Record Reunion. They're kind of just a few doors down from each other, but I'm actually going to get out and put some at the Music Folk over in Webster Groves, and I know John Mondin has put some in a few record stores. I'd have to see exactly which ones, but anyway.
They usually have them at Halpin Music.
There you go.
Right?
There you go. Good place to stop.
Yes.
Pick up some free tickets and get some new strings for your guitar.
Right.
Yeah, or a new guitar.
Everybody needs our new guitar. There you
Right.
go.
I went there to buy picks once and ended up buying 2 guitars and an amp.
2 guitars.
2 guitars and forgot the picks.
Well, you can get like a starter guitar there for like anywhere from like 130 to around $200, which ain't bad for like the smaller size, for someone who's starting out.
That's right.
Heck no, man. That's fabulous. And if you're buying that for a young kid, sign them up for Kids Rock while you're doing it. If they're 4 to 8, is that what that is?
Yeah, I believe so.
There
I
you
might
go.
be off by a year, but
4 to 7, 4 to 8, something like that. If you go in there to buy a young kid a guitar for Christmas, sign them up for the Kids Rock. They'll teach them how to be in a band in a matter of weeks. Put them in a band and they do a concert. It's great.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I had-
that's great.
I had that same thought recently, that, buy a kid a guitar, right? And then I realized this. It's like how many dads out there never took up the guitar but wanted to, and now they have a kid? So why not get him the guitar and learn with him?
There you go.
Abs.
All right?
Very cool. Yeah, great idea.
Yeah.
Get your kid
Something
a
to do
guitar.
together, yeah.
Get yourself a guitar for Christmas
Right.
and your kid, and you can learn together. Have a family band by next Christmas. Play Auld Lang Syne or whatever.
Man.
I suggest teaching
Endless
drums,
possibilities.
so, 'cause you always need a drummer. So.
That's right.
Yeah. But if you've only got one kid, I would suggest drums if you're going to play guitar. If you've got more than one, I would suggest bass and drums if you're going to
go.
play guitar.
Put a band together,
You've got
yeah.
a band, man.
And you know what they say, buy a kid a guitar, teach him to play, and he'll never have money for drugs.
Right, there you go. That's true, too. Yeah.
I never thought of it that way. My parents took the way wrong angle.
Well, there's the other part, too, that if he plays it really good, he probably won't have to pay for his drugs anyway. You got to be transparent.
Just saying.
Yeah, when you're a musician, some things come free backstage. Sometimes it's little bitty sandwiches and little, whatever, celeries or whatever. Sometimes it's other greens. I don't know. Anyway, so
know
you guys,
nothing.
I know now. 420 is what we're talking about.
That's
Speaking
right. Yeah,
of
yeah.
that, we were talking
And 20.
It's the last 420 show while it's still illegal in Illinois.
Well, there you go.
One last time to rebel against that before we all just get to celebrate.
Yeah. Now, contrary to popular belief that the name 4 and 20 comes from a Stephen Stills song, it just happened to be conveniently
Yeah.
Adopted.
Stephen Stills took it from what? Oh yeah.
1970, I guess. Is so.
Well, I got a couple Stephen Stills solo vinyls even.
Yeah.
I really Buffalo Springfield. That's what I really loved him in, man. Soul, Mr. Soul and Broken Arrow. Man, those guys were just fabulous.
Yep.
Early Neil Young and Stephen Stills. That was some happening stuff. So you guys playing the 4 and 20 show with Mr. Mondin on the 7th, but you're also got the Real Macaws show coming up. That's
Yes, we do. The Real Macaws is on November the 23rd, and that's, of course, Soup Granda from the Daredevils, and Steve Scorfina is with us now these days from REO Speedwagon and Pavlov's Dog, and of course, Scott and myself, Tim Polite on drums, and we'll have the great Bill Murphy on keyboards. And I believe we'll have a surprise, we'll have a guest, at least or two. Dave Toretta. I'll go ahead and spill the beans.
All right.
breaking news right here.
He's a great bass player and producer, songwriter, and he and Soup and Steve have a group called The Ambassadors.
Okay.
And they have just come out with a CD. And Scott and I played on a couple of songs on that record.
Nice.
And so anyway, we're going to do a couple of tunes with Dave and,
And Bill Murray. I loved him in Caddyshack.
Bill Murphy.
I guess I said that wrong. Fake news. Bill Murray's not going to be there.
Well, you never know.
You never know. That's right.
Yeah, he'll probably be in the crowd.
Yeah.
Because I know he's a big fan and all. He when he texts me, he tells me. So
Yeah.
Bill Murray will probably be there in the crowd, but Bill Murphy will be on stage. I had that wrong. So,
There you
man,
go.
so you guys got a fabulous lineup going.
Yeah,
Man,
we're excited about
all-star.
that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It always is whenever we get together with those guys. And of course, we have that CD we cut over at Music Masters. I guess that was back in 2011, I believe. And so, yeah, just a lot of fun songs. And we always have a big time rocking it out with the real Macaws.
Where's that show going to be at?
That's yes. Thank you for asking. That's the Link Auditorium, which is over in Central West End. It's a old building that was built in 1908. It's got a 500-seat theater inside, and it's supposedly the only other acoustically perfect room in St. Louis besides the Sheldon.
Wow.
And, but it's a really cool place. It's in the process of getting a facelift. It's been in use, but it needs a little help, but it's
Paint
really
job.
yeah.
I'd need some help if I was born in 1908.
Yeah, no kidding, man. But it's a very cool place, and that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, you can. There's a Link Auditorium. Like I said, you can Google it, find it. We have a link on our website and on our Facebook page and everything. So
1908. The architecture's got to be cool. Just
It is.
All the
It's-
buildings built back then were so unique.
yeah, I know it's great.
Yeah, and that's the 23rd? Right?
23rd, November 23rd, a Saturday.
Right. Now, the night before, though, you're going to be right here in downtown.
That's
Alton,
right. We're going to be right up the street at the Jacobys Art Center. And that's going to be just Rogers and Nienhaus.
Okay.
And that's going to be, we'll be doing our original songs and, some that from our 3 CDs with our different groups and, a few others that haven't been released. And so, yeah,
You
it's
got
going to
the-
be a lot of fun.
So you got the real Macaws CD.
Yeah.
You got the Younger Than Yesterday CD.
That's right. And then the Rogers and
and the
Nienhaus
Rogers and
Empty Room
Nienhaus. There
CD.
you go. So all 3 of those will be available at that show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
you go.
All of those shows.
At all those shows. or at One-Eyed Parrot.
Yeah.
Anytime.
That's right.
Anytime and there. All right.
And we will have arena tickets there.
That's right.
as well.
At the show at the Jacoby and at the show at Link Auditorium, we'll have plenty of free tickets for if anyone still doesn't have them by then.
Now, if they want tickets for the Link Auditorium show the next night after the Jacoby show, how do they do that?
Yeah, you go to, let's see, I believe their website is
Okay.
linkauditorium.net. But as I was saying, I know that on our website, oneeyedparrot.com,
Right?
I have a link
Nice.
right there on the home page. That if
Okay.
you can
A
just
link
go
to the
there
link.
and that's right.
Will they be able to get tickets from you guys for that show that night?
Not for that one.
Not
Those
for
are
that
all
one.
being done online.
Just want to make sure.
And they're-
Okay.
Probably being handled by a ticket fly or one of those people where they beep, 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 beep the ticket,
Right. Yeah.
So there you go. Tickets to the Link Auditorium show are available at One-Eyed Parrot, though. You go there, and there's a link. I'll send you to the
.com.
link.
Yeah, there's a
I'll
link
to-
for the link, like Scott said. And there's also a link on our homepage of the website for the Jacoby Art Center as well.
There you go.
And, of course, people that are familiar with that venue here in Alton, certainly I'm sure can go by there in the daytime to get those ahead of time, as well as online, of course.
Right. And no matter which one of the shows you go to, make sure you pick up your free tickets to the 4 and
To the
20.
4 and 20
Why
show.
wouldn't you?
Well,
Why
that's
wouldn't
right.
you? It
Why
doesn't even make
wouldn't you?
sense.
I don't know if you could choose because it's 3 different shows.
That's right,
You know what I mean? It's like 3 different bands.
Right.
That's exactly
you-
right.
So I'd have to go to all of them.
That's right. Yeah, that's
It's a hat trick.
Yeah.
You see them all. It's the velvet hat trick. I don't know.
I'm
It's-
going to all of them.
It's like being on tour with them, man. A little mini tour.
that's right.
Hey, is Owsley your sound man?
You should be.
You're probably going to get a lot of people at these shows if he is. I'm just saying.
Yeah? Yeah,
It's going to
just
get weird, man.
Yeah, man.
That would be from beyond the grave, so yeah, it'd be pretty weird.
Yeah.
Owsley's grandkids are still out there keeping the family business
You didn't say
going.
well, What about Nick Sands?
Any of them.
Well, okay.
Any of them's gonna make your scene pop. Anyway, let's back to the make your kids play guitar and they won't have money for drugs talk. Wait a minute. That's right. We skipped past that already. I'm going to remember that one, though. Now I got a great reason to buy my kids guitars for Christmas. And when the wife's like, what are you doing? You want them to end up like you? Because she gives me that one a lot.
Oh, really?
So you guys got all these shows coming up. You got your CDs for sale. But are you working on any new tunes recently? Yeah,
I've been working on some for sure, and we've been talking about to get started on another Rodgers and Nienhaus CD. Mm-hmm. And of course, as I mentioned about Dave Toretta, he's a producer himself and got a nice little studio over there. That's where we did some recording for that Ambassadors CD. So, it's we need to we're not getting any younger, so we need to get back in there and do another one. People have been asking for it, and of course we have. Theoretically done others when we did the real Macaws. And then the Younger Than Yesterday. But okay, shut up.
There we go.
Man, you back to work or what?
I'm telling you, man, I'm booking gigs. I'm doing all kinds of stuff over here while we're talking here.
Are we having a band meeting?
In the middle of the interview, he's about to announce another gig. He's like, I just signed us up for more breaking news, man.
Yeah, but you guys do stay pretty busy almost every weekend, right?
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
At least.
Yeah.
Bouncing between Missouri and Illinois.
That's right, for the most part. And, it's just, we keep having intentions for us to tour, but this is a great area around here. It's a large and it's great, and people support us, and so that's a good thing. It's a good problem to have for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And being like right in the center of the United States, heck, you can travel 5 hours in any direction.
That's right.
And just do like a weekend tour.
Exactly. It's
Kansas City, Memphis, Indianapolis, Chicago. It doesn't matter which direction you go. There's a city a few hours away.
There is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kansas City, we got Todd Jones coming into town this weekend to jam with us. We're doing a show over at the Wolf in Baldwin, Missouri, this Rodgers and Nienhaus show. It's a great little venue that's a listening room. And like I said, Todd Jones was a bass player in Acousticity back in those days. And, of course, I've gotten to know him in these later days, but great bass player. And so, that's always fun. Have a guest.
Special guest.
Yeah.
So where is the Wolf at?
The Wolf is in Baldwin, Missouri. It's at 15480 Clayton Road. But it's a cool.
It's near Kerr's Mill.
Yeah.
Never heard of that, and it's not a bar or
it's a coffee house, basically.
Coffee house, okay.
Yeah. But they do have alcohol and stuff. But
and more of like a listening room, though.
Yes, and they're a restaurant as well too.
So is the music in the restaurant or is it in its own?
It's in its own room.
Okay, yeah, because I'm like, it's not much of a listening room.
Yeah, right.
People are eating dinner, man. I do like the venues that are set up like the Stagger Inn up there, where there's the bar and then go through these doors if you really want to listen to the music. But if you want to chit chat,
go over there.
Go over there through the and it really seems like the people at those venues pay a lot more attention to the music.
That's right.
So thanks to all the people who put those venues up like that.
Yeah. Amen to that.
Right, not nearly enough of them. But so all you builders, start building more.
Yeah.
If you build it, they will come. Maybe not. So you guys got all kinds of guest stars coming into town to play with all the different lineups that you got. Are you ever at a loss for someone to play with? Are you ever like, I don't have anyone to jam with this weekend?
No, I don't think we're at a loss for that.
You got a pretty wide circle of people that
we do. Yeah, I mean, great folks, great friends, great musicians. So it's just another good reason to be here in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Well, and it's beyond St. Louis. You got people from Nashville. You got people come from all over to play with you, and I'm sure you go play with them at times too.
That's right.
So.
Yeah.
Man, some of the names that you brought up through the years, where I just go, really? I mean, you jammed with so many people through the years, and you keep contact with them and keep doing it, because most musicians do.
Yeah, it is a great large family. You see someone you hadn't seen them in 10 years, and you just pick up right where you left off.
Hey, let me finish that joke I was telling you years ago. I had a guy who was a guitar player in the first real band I was in, and we could not see each other for 6 years. And the second we'd see each other, it was like we were 8 years old again.
Right, yeah.
I don't know how that works, but just the minute you see me, you're like, yeah. So that's great, man. Glad you guys are having so much success. We read your name every week on our big list of gigs that we do, whether one band or another that you're in, and then sometimes I often wonder. You read, you see Mondin's playing. Well, you never know who's going to show up at a Mondin show
that's
either.
for sure.
That's true. Especially a 10-pin. Right.
Yeah,
right.
Sunday night.
Oh, I've staggered up there with them many times.
That's what I mean. You never know. You get an all-star lineup up there all of a sudden. We're like, Big George wants to get up there, but there's no room. Make room for Big George. That's fabulous, man.
At 2 a.m., there's more people on stage down there than there is in the crowd.
Sometimes. Oh man! And if you're out there listening and you don't know what we're talking about, Mondin Band every Sunday night. It's
a must.
It's a tradition.
You have to do that.
Yeah, don't even call yourself an Altonian if you haven't done it.
Right.
True. I might have taken it too far.
I'm with that. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I hate to flash back to last week, but when I said I might have taken it too far, I just have to say this for anyone who was paying attention.
I wasn't.
Last week, there was a little scuffle that happened.
Yeah.
The people from the Powerhouse Wrestling put out this pictures of Chip, the judge, all beat up and bloody.
That's
and
true.
they put it out with a statement that said, we were jumped outside the studios of WBGZ by Halpert's unknown assailants. We think it was his fourth member. Right? They put that out.
What?
And then we put out a video that clearly showed me doing that to the judge. I just want to say at this point in time that I can neither confirm nor deny that I am the fourth member of Halpert's team. You have to go to the show November 16th up in Jerseyville to find out. It may be me. I don't know.
That's Saturday
You don't
night.
know.
Right? Combat games, right?
Combat games.
So there you go.
Right.
Pigpen's little soapbox about the incident last week. It's all on video.
Whatever.
Even the part at the end when you're apologizing because you threw him down by accident. He did. He had a spill once he got out the door, and got bloody actually. But these guys are stuntmen, so he got up and he went, "How many times have I had this happen at an event?" I mean, it's kind of what we do.
I honestly do feel really bad about it, and my lawyer said that it looked like aggravated assault on an elderly, and that's a felony. But I don't know.
That's what the internet was saying too. Yeah, I've seen that.
Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to hurt nobody. I am totally a peace-loving hippie.
Well, we have another side band called the Elderly Brothers.
Oh.
That's great. The Elderly Brothers.
We've only played one gig ever, and at that one gig, we only played one song. But we flew to Washington, D.C. to do it. But that's a whole nother story. We'll have to do a whole nother show on just that. But you said elderly, so sorry.
So I thought that was a joke. You really did a gig as a band called the Elderly Brothers.
Yes, we did.
And you really flew to Washington, D.C.
Yes, we really did.
You got to tell me.
One song.
What? How? Who pays to fly to Washington, D.C. for one song?
Our drummer. The drummer and the Elderly Brothers.
Okay.
Wow. I need a drummer like that.
Yeah.
I could do a tour with a drummer like that.
and there were some great people there.
That's right.
So tell me the story. How did it come about that you fly all the way to Washington, D.C. for one song under a band name that you've never played under before or after?
Well, our drummer Greg
Sullivan.
He I don't even know how to explain it really. But
Well, he had a company that was a company that worked in cyber
security.
security. Thank you. and they had a big convention in Washington, D.C. So that at this convention, there were several events, which included if any of those companies had a band that they wanted to represent and play a song, that they would be then judged and you'd get some prize or whatever, but it was mostly about their egos, coming out. So Greg Sullivan said, well, I'll put together, I'll get together with Scott and Terry because, we know all these songs and we're professional musicians.
Right.
So the song, and Frank Palliser, who was an old bandmate of Scott and Greg's, I don't know if y'all were he was in a band with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Anyway.
definitely.
You jammed together.
Oh, no, we played together for several years, yeah.
For several years. What was the name of that band?
Nichols.
Nichols. All right. Don't know that one. I'm gonna look up Nichols on the internet when I get home.
So we did Sweet Judy Blue Eyes.
Oh.
And,
Oh wow.
and it was, it was Greg wanted to sing, one song, you got to give it all you got. So
Right.
he chose a long song and one that would be impressive just to do there, so.
Yeah.
For traveling that far, it should be a long song. I'm just
Yeah. I'd want to play a 30 minutes.
Yeah, would have been a good one.
I played a 27-minute Neil Young song on Tuesday. It was his birthday,
Oh, wow.
though, so I was celebrating
Yeah,
for
that would
him.
have been a good one.
Yeah. If I'm flying, I want the song to be longer than the plane flight. No. So you play Judy Blue Eyes at this,
Yeah.
and at those conventions, that's lots of money being thrown around.
Oh, yeah, and
Peter Frampton was the headliner.
Oh.
You guys opened for Frampton there.
Robert De Niro was in the audience.
Oh.
And and then Skunk Baxter.
Wow,
Is there-
there you go. And Bill Murray. Oh, no, I'm making that up.
Harvey Keitel was the MC. So
Oh, wow.
it was an interesting night.
Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
There's a guy. Mr. White. All right.
Wow.
That's fabulous, man. That's quite a wide array of people to have at an event. If they could have got him in a cage match.
It was definitely one of the weirder gigs we've done.
Yeah.
I'm putting my money on De Niro or Keitel. Frampton don't have a chance. So you guys you were called the Elderly Brothers. I thought for sure it was going to be an Everly Brothers cover band. The Elderly Brothers. That's fabulous, man.
Yeah.
I all the names I've heard you pass around, I'd never heard that.
Well, we put all this together, and then we're going, we got to have a name. What are we going to call it? And I came up with the Elderly Brothers.
Been wanting to use that one for quite a while.
Exactly. Had that in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Who was the bass player in that band? Because it's always the bass player that changes the band name.
Frank Palliser.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to bring him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Nichols. Remember him from Nichols?
No. That's fake news, I think.
No, it's not. I got that straight from Scott Nienhaus.
Oh, Nichols was around for many years. I was only in it for maybe 3. But it was a top 40, large production band. Had a big truck full of gear and lights and
Got paid in
crew.
nickels.
And it wasn't bad.
I was in a band called Dimes. We got paid in dimes, but it wasn't the money. Something totally different. It was all trade deals.
Yeah, well, something to be said for that.
Not really, but suddenly I want to try and make that happen. Like I'm thinking I can get some guys together.
There you go.
Just need the right club owners. So anyway, I don't know. I'm spinning out of control here. I'm
Imagine that.
Just come down a little there.
Right.
Find my creamy center.
We're on air. We're on air, Pete.
Oh, are we? Oh, yeah. Okay. So we should do a radio show.
Yeah. You want to take a break and then come back?
That might
and,
be best.
Yeah, because you're changing colors and everything. I mean, so.
Cool.
All right,
I
so
wanna see
let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back with more with Rogers and Nienhaus right here on Riverbend Talent, brought to you by the Halpin Music Company and by Mr. Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance. More after this.
And now more Riverbend Talent
with Dennis Laird and Pig Pen.
Yeah, Pigpen's here.
Here, we're back, so I'm going to quit this. We're telling stories out of school here. We're going to get back to telling.
Yep. We're talking to Rogers and Nienhaus here on Riverbend Talent, brought to you by the Halpin Music Company and by Mr. Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance.
Get you some insurance, get you a guitar, and keep this show on the road.
There you go.
Yeah, we were talking about a couple of shows coming up. One down at Jacobys Art Center.
That's right.
22nd here, right in downtown Alton.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. We just we played the same type of show last week at the Focal Point Theater over in Maplewood,
Nice.
and it really went great. And so it's a lot of people that saw that I think are going to planning on coming to this, and
Yeah.
some that were unable to go to that one are going to come to this one at Jacoby Art Center. And so yeah, it's looking forward to that one. I did go by and check out the room, and it's got a great just sound to it as well. So.
Yeah. Josh Grassley doing a great job
Down there, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Bringing in some
Everybody
great acts.
down there doing a good job, so
Absolutely.
that's cool. Yeah,
Absolutely.
glad to see a venue in town. There's a couple now doing original music, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Yeah.
easy to find a place that allow that sometimes, and that's one of them. So that's pretty cool. And then the next night, you guys doing the Real Macaws, right?
The Real Macaws.
On the 23rd.
The 23rd at the Link Auditorium down in Central West End.
Right.
Very, very cool venue. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, Soup Granda and
From the
Steve
Ozark Mountain
Scorfina.
Daredevils,
Yeah,
yeah.
from the Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
Ario for Steve and Pavlov's dog. We've
Yeah.
had Steve on the show, and
Yeah.
we sent him a text actually before the show saying, "Hey, let's surprise him. Call in if you're
yeah,
around."
cool.
So
I think he's rehearsing with somebody tonight.
Oh,
He
okay.
called me this afternoon, but on his way out the door to a rehearsal.
well, he's got a gig on Saturday.
That's right.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
probably
yeah.
what he's
Yeah.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and that's down there where you guys played at
Yeah,
the
the Lincoln.
Lincoln Theater in
Yeah.
Belleville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with
And,
John Lodge from
right.
Moody Blues, and Bob Heil is going to be playing the organ before the show. I really wish I could go to that one.
Yeah, and Lindsay Kay of Little Sister as well. So, and that's at 7:30 at the Lincoln Theater down there in Belleville on Saturday. So you can see Steve and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
we heard about this on the show." So.
Yeah, there you go.
Very nice. Very nice.
And then the 4 and 20 show, which is coming up December 7th.
6th.
6th. Okay.
Friday, December 6th.
I'm thinking of Pearl Harbor, you know. Let's go right to that number.
I
yeah.
get those confused so
Yeah,
often.
Yeah. So anyway, it's the 6th, and you can get tickets at any of your shows coming up for that, and they're free, right?
That's right. Free tickets, as many as you want.
And that's over at the St. Charles Arena, so
family
plenty of
arena.
room there.
That's right. Yeah, we'll have about 10,000 seats available, so plenty of room for everybody.
And a dance floor, right, still?
That's right. A little kind of a mosh pit.
Oh, nice. 4 and 20 mosh pit.
Yeah, yeah. That's for those, when you're down there, when the girls are down there chasing the elusive butterfly, those the Grateful Dead dancers,
Yeah.
Those mosh pits are very mellow.
Oh,
More
yeah.
like people bumping into each other. Hey, sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I do love walking through those hippie dance floors, though. It's like a carnival ride.
Yeah.
You just ping-ponging off all the little young girls that are kind of, whatever. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, the 4 and 20 tribute, for those who don't know, that's all Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, right?
That is correct, yes.
And what's the band lineup there?
That is, of course, Scott and myself, and then John Mondine on guitar, and Paul Graves on bass, Tim Polite on drums, the great Bill Murphy on keyboards, and we have Madison Thorne on timpani.
And Chris Fabic on percussion.
Yeah, we normally have R. Scott Bryan on percussion, but he's out on tour with the Allman Betts Band right now.
Yeah.
And so Chris is
Chris
going
Fabic, yeah.
to come in and play with us, and at R. Scott's recommendation. So he's got to be good.
I can't make it, but I got a guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the 4 and 20 show, about how long do you guys play for something like that?
That's about three hours plus,
Yeah.
basically.
Wow, nice. And
Is
there's
there an
so much
opening
material.
band, or is it?
Oh, no, we never have an opener. We have way too much music
You
to...
got like 4 bands on stage. Actually.
Exactly.
So just move them around.
That's right.
Trained bass players.
Yeah.
Hey, tag out, guys. Bass players keep coming tagging each other out. Now we're a different band. Very
So
nice.
how long's that been going on now? You guys have been doing that for quite some time.
I don't even know.
I've kind of lost count of
Yeah.
the years. I mean, when I go back and look at some of the videos, which are just people taking them, on their phones and posting them on YouTube mostly, but I think that goes back to at least about 2011.
Wow.
It might have been a little earlier than that, though.
Yeah, I don't know if
2010.
it's changed over there, but the reason I guess you guys have free tickets is that's how they kind of do that over there, right? They just
Yeah,
give the
that's,
tickets away, and then
They just...
I think there's a charge for parking or something like that.
Yes, they charge $10 a car for parking, and then I think there's also VIP parking for
Okay.
$20,
Ooh.
and then of course
And if you don't buy
concessions.
tickets, just get the VIP parking. You didn't buy tickets.
But it works out. They take care of us well, and
Now, are there like special seats you can purchase for that show?
well, there's box seating,
Okay.
special, and when you purchase a box seat, I think it's for up to, I don't know, 6 or 8 people, or
I think more than
or
that.
more. Really.
That's
Nice.
pretty cool.
But they, whatever fee they charge, it includes a certain amount of beer and snacks and
Oh,
things
wow.
like that. So it's
That's
a pretty good
cool.
deal.
Yeah, have a little party.
Get the VIP parking, get the box, be a rock star,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Right. Or just get the free ticket and show up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, either way.
Something for everybody.
Either
right?
end of the spectrum, everybody's welcome. It's an all-inclusive event. And if you don't have parking, park on the street, man. It don't matter. No, I don't know. That's great. So that's coming up. Three big shows there with us: the Rogers and Nienhaus, Real Macaws, and the 4 and 20. So see at least one of them. See all 3 of them.
There
Yeah,
you go.
Why not?
All completely different.
Yeah.
Completely
For
different
sure.
shows.
And watch the transformation from each
There you
show,
go.
right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I think you can just make a weekend of it on the 22nd and the 23rd.
Definitely, yeah.
And then just a couple of weeks later, come
Yeah.
to the Family Arena on the 6th.
You can pick up your
Perfect.
free tickets.
That's right. You'll
on
have
your
your
weekend.
free tickets
Yeah.
on that weekend.
On the weekend. There you go. Hey, we should probably
We should
fly
talk
through
about
this Friday night
weekend,
because
yeah.
we're running out of time here. I
We
didn't
are.
realize how late it was getting. We got
So-
pages.
So Flipside's going to be down at Tony's Vogue Room in Alton on Friday night, and they're doing a thing called Corks and Collars, benefit for Partners for Pets.
Very nice. Very
So
nice.
there you go.
Mila Ray Duffey, hopefully.
Yeah,
maybe.
she's
Is
back at it.
up?
I've seen
Oh,
pictures.
My gosh,
Yeah,
man,
with the
that's
neck brace
amazing.
on. Yeah, so
Playing with a
I
neck
think
brace. There you go.
She'll probably do it.
Wow, there you
Down
go.
at
So
Morrison's, yeah.
hopefully Mila Ray will be down at Morrison's. Go down and support her with her broken neck.
Right.
Grand Band going to be down at Chez, Marilyn on Friday night.
Mark Haggard and maybe some of his friends
Maybe.
at Bossanova, 7 to 10.
I like the maybe part.
Mm-hmm.
Lanny and Julie, 7 p.m. at Fast Eddie's and all.
Right on. DJ Tommy doing the Karaoke Circus at Third Shoot on Friday night.
Jared Humphreys,
This is the closest show to his birthday.
closest show to my birthday at Bakers and Hale and Godfrey.
Yeah.
Jared is he is the Hideous Gentleman. He's
Yes.
the singer and the guitar player for Hideous Gentleman there.
Harvest Drive doing the Pump House on Friday night. Number 4 combo doing the franchise down in Wood River. And it's Jason David Cooper from 5 to 8 and Marcel Strong at 9 p.m. at the Staggering again in Edwardsville on Friday.
Excellent. The back bar Friday night's going to have the Skylark Brothers.
Yeah.
And Pat Liston's going to be at L. Flanagan's in Highland. So there's a couple of good ones there to check out, whether you're in Edwardsville or Highland. Marty, 6 p.m., Big Daddy's in Edwardsville on Friday night. And this one I've seen, Spanky's Dueling Piano, 7 p.m. at the Wildy in Edwardsville. These two guys can play anything. I've seen people give them requests where neither one of them know it. One of them will entertain the crowd for a minute while the other one listens to the YouTube video and then they start playing the song. they're just quick as could be. But yeah, Spanky's Dueling Piano, 7 p.m. at the Wildy Theater.
Right. John Evans, 7 to 10 at Georgia's local brew in Jerseyville on Friday night. Thurston Howell, 8 p.m. at Kelly's Corner in Pocahontas, Illinois on Friday night, decades apart, doing the Deutsch Village Inn gig Friday and Saturday, 9:30. And then karaoke at the lake house. So if you're wanting to avoid karaoke, that's the place to avoid. But some people want to know that. They expect a live show somewhere. So. But then again, people like being the star, right?
If you want to be the karaoke singer, there you go, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cricket from Cricket and the Grilled Avocados was just a karaoke singer for years.
Yeah.
He kept telling me, "Get you a band, girl. You got a voice."
That's the first step sometimes.
There you go. Powerhouse, 747 at 9:30 at Patrick's Bar down in Granite City. So that
wraps up Friday.
That's Friday.
Of course, they're doing the drawing tonight for Riverbend Paranormal, but that's the deadline Saturday for the scholarship for the Alton Symphony. So don't forget that on Saturday. And then the big show is Regina's Rock Stars fundraiser with Cricket and the Grilled Avocados, Sweet Meat, Intrusion, and Accidentally on Purpose on Saturday from 4 to 11 at the VFW in Cottage Hills.
Right on.
That's a big fundraiser there for Regina.
Absolutely. And WPW Combat Games.
Right.
I may or may not be a part of that. I'm not going to say.
Right. The judge may be out of the hospital by then or not.
He was not in the hospital.
I don't know. Well, there's video evidence. I'm just saying. So
I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
I don't think wrestlers say they're sorry. I think they keep ramping things up. So apparently you're not going to be part of this. Or you're being a very bad wrestler right now.
Well, I'm new at it.
I know.
I haven't got my... So I'm supposed to keep my game face on all
right, yeah.
Judge, I'm coming to get you, buddy.
There you go.
You can run, you can hide.
Now you're back.
Look at me. Where's the camera? 1,000 little Hulkamaniacs taking their vitamins.
Oh, man, I should have never said anything.
All right, I'm sorry. Listen, seriously.
What?
I'm just going to say...
Okay.
I've once wrestled Paul Hogan, who is brother to Hulk Hogan, who is kin to Gene Hogan. None of that's true. I don't know if any of that's true. I'm not sure anyway.
Hey, down at Morrison's on Saturday is Paul Cruda.
Excellent.
Guy Can Wine doing Old Bakery Brewery in Alton on Saturday, and the Skylark Brothers doing Chez Maryland's in Alton.
We got amped up at Third Shoot on Saturday night.
Right.
Sit Down, Get Down from 5 to 8, and then Champagne 6 at 9:30 at the Pump House in Wood River.
Fix, not
Champagne Fix.
Yeah.
What did I say?
6.
6?
Yeah.
Fix. Get your fix with some champagne.
Yeah.
Get your
Pump
fix
House
on
in
Route
Wood River.
66.
Jay Christopher doing the Hog Pit 1 to 5 on Saturday, and they're about to wrap up there. That's
End of the season.
That's pretty much it. I think that may be the last Hog Pit show for a while.
That's a good one to have, man. The one-man band. Whiskey Revolution, 2 p.m. at Aries Winery on Saturday.
The Vault at Grafton Winery from 3 to 7, and Flipside at Corner Keg in Highland on Saturday.
We got the Grand Band playing up at George's local brew in Jerseyville at 7 p.m.
And get your bacon at the Back Bar, 9 p.m. on Saturday.
Everybody loves bacon.
Right.
I know I've never seen this band, but one thing's for sure, everybody loves bacon. Even vegetarians, they won't admit it, but they do.
That's the Back Bar in Edwardsville, right?
Riding Shotgun, 6 p.m. at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville.
Right, and then Terry and Jim from 5 to 8, and Corey Ebbets at 9 p.m. at the Staggering again in Edwardsville.
We got Little Ed, Little Ed, and the Blues Imperials, 8 p.m. at the Wild E Theater.
Mm-hmm. Not familiar.
No, me either. But Little Ed's probably really good with the Blues Imperials behind him.
Tony and the Saints, 7:30 at Porter's Steakhouse in Collinsville.
Those guys are not saints.
Well,
they're sinners.
They're having steak, though. So
never met them.
I'm just saying.
Saw their website. It's not for everybody. That's all I'm going to say. Scrub your browser, people. Decades Apart, 9:30 at Dwight's Village Inn on Saturday night.
It was all fake news, by the way.
All fake news. Sorry, guys. Whoever I was talking about, sorry. What did I say? Decades Apart, 9:30, Dwight's Village Inn.
Do the next one, too, Pigman. Get it together. Come on.
Where are we going here? Lickety Split?
Now, come on, man. That's Lickety Split.
Lickety Split. Lickety Split. I've never seen this one. Lickety Split at Patrick's. And they're all caps. That threw me off. I feel like the page is yelling at me. Lickety
He'll read anything you put in front of him, folks. Pretty much. All for Nothing, 8 p.m. at the Lake House at Buffalo Park in Maryville. And then we were talking about Steve Scorfina's show. Doing John Lodge Moody Blues with Steve, a Pavlov's dog, and Lindsay Kay, a little sister, 7:30 at Lincoln Theater in Belleville.
There you go. And then we got The Urge with Fragile Porcelain Mice and 6% at the Pageant in St. Louis.
Wow.
Going on Saturday night. So that's a good show going on there.
Wow, yeah.
And, of course,
Sunday,
Minding Band.
Right.
10-pen.
Right.
Everybody's got to do it once.
Ralph Butler doing Bakers and Hale at 3:30. Bob Griffin, 4 o'clock at the Tri-County Rod and Gun Club in Brighton. And, of course, the open mic every Sunday at the Stagger Inn and Wednesday, 9 o'clock. The Vault, 5 p.m. at the Back Bar in Edwardsville. Lanny and Julie at 2 o'clock. And then the Skylark Brothers at 4 at the Lake House at Buffalo Park in Maryville on Sunday. Bud Summers doing Aries Winery at 2 in Grafton, and then Joe Metzger doing the Grafton Winery on Sunday.
There you go. And then Monday, we got the open mic every Monday at the Bottle and Barrel, hosted by the Extraordinary Blues Band. And this Monday, Hill Williams, 6 p.m. at Chez, Maryland.
That's it.
There you go, man. Now, a lot of stuff going on in the Riverbend area. So,
And that's why Rogers and Nienhaus do not go on tour, because there's plenty of places to play around.
There certainly are.
we've had a lot of musicians that have traveled say that when they were traveling, St. Louis was the area they knew they were going to get paid. You know, not a lot of eating between Memphis and Chicago, but St. Louis, you knew you were going to eat. So,
Yeah, well.
Still that way to this day.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It is a good thing.
Lots of opportunities for lots of different types of music around town, and man, you guys are going to be really busy over the next few months.
Oh, yeah.
You ever get up on stage and go, "Oh yeah, that's this band tonight"? I remember now.
or even better, have you ever been like on stage with Younger Than Yesterday and say, "Hey, we're the real Macaws"?
No, not that. Just a bunch of...
See, I would be so bad, I'd be like, "Hello, Cincinnati, we are Van Halen." None of that's true. It's
Well, you could always have the bass player just do all the announcing.
And make it safe, keep it safe.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, the city thing, knowing where you are isn't always easy.
Yeah,
That's right.
for sure.
Because you're going to be doing Rogers and Nienhaus on Friday, and then the next night you're going to be sitting there looking at Terry, and now you're in a real Macaw mode. Though,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah. It's,
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's different.
Yeah.
It requires different guitars, you know,
Yeah.
all the different shows have different guitar configurations and tunings and all of that. So
Oh, now we're getting down to it, Scott. Have you ever showed up at a real Macaws gig with the wrong guitar?
No.
I haven't.
He's got a big van
Always
that holds
know what
all
to
his guitars. Like Jack Black in School of Rock. It's just a bunch of guitars on a wall. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. He does have a van. It's all white, no doors on the back. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Fake news once again.
Yeah.
Once again. I'm sorry. I'm spinning out of control. It's late in the
Right.
show. I need
So
my
once
medicine.
again, what are you guys doing this weekend? So,
Well, we're Friday night. I think I mentioned earlier, we are over in Baldwin, Missouri, at the Wolf, and it's a real cool little spot on Clayton Road. And Todd Jones is going to be in town, playing with us and playing bass guitar with us. And then on Saturday night, we'll be at Merrimack Jack's over in Valley Park. It's a cool little place. I think we've been playing there for longer than anywhere else.
Probably 11 years, maybe.
Wow.
It's always also a nice,
more.
fun place, and Todd Jones will be playing with us that night as well.
of course, we've been talking about your show down at Jacobys on the 22nd, and then the Real Macaw show at the Link Auditorium.
That's right.
And that's on the 23rd, and you can check out those at oneeyedparrot.com, right?
That's correct.
There's guys on Facebook, too, as well, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now you got so many bands. How do they find all your stuff on Facebook? Do you got one conglomerate?
On
that shows all?
Facebook, there's a page for each band. You know, the Real Macaws, 4 and 20, Rogers and Nienhaus. Who am I forgetting?
Yeah.
Younger Than Yesterday.
They're asking us, man.
It's hard.
And then on the website, it's all the bands are there on the website. Although there is a new website that I've just built for the 4 and 20, which is just CSNY tribute.com.
Nice.
See, he
That's
did that
easy to
because he wants to
remember.
get sued one more time.
I'm working on it.
And
you need to get a one-eyed parrot Facebook page so we can just track
I have that
you.
too.
That should have all of those events. That way I can track
does,
you easy
you know.
because I've been stalking you for a long time
Good,
and you're
good.
pretty elusive.
So the new website, csnytribute.com.
Correct.
And you can find tickets there probably for the upcoming show on the 6th.
Yeah,
right?
well, it'll
Thanks
tell
for
you
that.
it gives you instructions on where to get those tickets, and
Well, it's easy. You just go
Yeah,
to
that's-
Rogers and Nienhaus show. Or
that's right.
Maybe down to 10 Pin on Sunday night.
There you go.
Right? Yeah. So.
And of course, Halpin Music.
Right. Halpin Music, of course.
Absolutely.
Now we need to make sure they have them.
I know.
Yeah.
John Mondon usually takes care of that. So
I would imagine if you guys want to leave a few here, though.
Oh, we can do that.
There you go,
They'll
man.
let
Leave
you-
some here, and then
yeah.
WBGZ Studios added to that great list of places to pick up free tickets.
There you go.
Yeah.
420.
All right. Well, wow, we covered a lot of stuff in an hour.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, it's good to be in this little town, that's for sure. We figured that much out.
Yes. Yeah. Happening little burg.
On the east side.
Yeah.
We still talk about Portage to Sioux.
Yeah, we do.
We talk
No,
about
we'll
we
get
talk
over
about
there.
the other side of the river when people from Illinois are playing over there for sure.
Yeah. It's funny, as young kids, you like think, well, we got to get over in St. Louis and play, and then to know now as we get older that heck, we don't. You know, we can stay over here. you
Yeah.
know, So
Plenty going on.
yeah. All right, man.
well,
So-
I should mention that my truck is at Red's Auto Parts.
Oh yeah. Do a good job, Red. Otherwise, next week we'll talk bad about you.
Yeah, no, that's funny. That's funny.
Anything you need, go down to Red's Auto Parts over there in Cottage Hills.
proud sponsors of Rogers and Nienhaus.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
So,
they're great.
I'm gonna have to call Red. Does he have a tow truck? Because I really need a car towed before it's fixed. No.
Yeah.
There we
I'm
go.
sure they do. Yep, call Eric.
There you go. Eric Red, I'm going to be looking for you.
Oh, and also they have tickets for 4 and 20.
That's right. It's another place to go pick up free
Right.
tickets.
There you go, man. So
That's
that
a smart
seriously,
move. I mean, most bands are worried about getting string sponsored, but you need a vehicle. You need a vehicle
That's
sponsor.
right. Yeah, yeah.
A repair
I'm into
guy.
that. You know.
All musicians' cars break down.
We already have the string deal. So.
John Pierce Strings.
There you go.
very nice. So there you go, man. So if you're in Cottage Hills and you want to pick up some tickets, go by Red's Auto Parts,
Right,
and there you go. Some tickets. I'm going to
Can't
go by
miss
Red's.
Red.
There you go.
Big red
Hey,
thing.
thanks so much to Terry Jones Rogers, Scott Nienhaus for coming back in and talking
you.
to us, man. It's
Yeah.
always fun to have you guys.
We
in.
appreciate y'all having us in.
Yeah, we love it.
We love to have you in, and whether you're here or not, we're talking about you. Usually it's good.
Oh, good. Well, okay. Hey.
Usually it's Scott Nienhaus and Terry Jones
Okay.
Rogers are playing it.
Good. Good. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, guys, for coming in. Thanks to our sponsors, Halpin Music and Matt Van Voorhis over at Macias Insurance.
Now, who's
thanks.
coming up next week, Pigpen?
Next week, we have Thanksgiving. We've got the
Okay.
week off.
Is it Thanksgiving
It is-
already?
Is it Thanksgiving?
I brought presents.
Have I got
for
my
y'all.
weeks wrong?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I might have my weeks wrong. All right. Oh, we got some. Look at this. We got
These are
some. We got some
magnets.
stickers. We got some
I brought-
magnets.
brought
Oh,
two
man.
for each.
Look at there. Excellent.
I want my magnet.
That is going to look
Yeah.
good on my refrigerator.
Oh,
Much better than my
yeah.
kids' art. I don't know why I keep hanging it up. It's not even that good, and I'm like, oh, I hang it on the fridge. This is fridge worthy for sure.
Yeah.
I don't. So anyway,
I think you're right about Thanksgiving.
I hope so. I'm not sure. So I'm going to look it up. I'm going to study on that. Is Thanksgiving next Thursday?
Wow.
Nobody knows.
No, I think it's the following.
It's the
week.
following
gonna
week.
say,
Very,
yeah.
very, very. Yeah. So there
Yeah,
you
because
go.
you can look on at cottonmouth.org
We
and
play the
see.
night before
Yeah.
Thanksgiving always, so that's
So-
That's what I was going to say. There's a whole list of gigs for before Thanksgiving
That's
that I
right.
didn't bring, but they're at cottonmouth.org because that's a huge night for people. It's one of the best nights I think of the year to play out.
So next
Yeah.
week will be Anacrusis.
All right,
There
there
you
you
go.
go. They're heading in now, right?
They're heading in for the interview now. We're going to
Okay.
play that interview back next week.
Okay, we're done. Everybody get out there and support local music and art.
Amen.